Hello, everyone. Today is January 22nd, 2026, and this is Dad's Lifetime of Stories. And this is our 22nd long video and short video totals. So, this is our 22nd video, Dad.
22nd.
Yep. Everyone, please follow or subscribe to this series, Life. Uh, I'm sorry, not life, like or share. Once again, we are raw, unedited, and what you hear is what you get. Phones ringing, people knocking on the door, or whatever happens. Me turning the microphone off, coughing, putting my hand over the mic, and forgetting to turn it back on. Anything could happen. Okay, last video we talked about Grandma Scott, your mother, the Burton family a little bit. And I was thinking maybe since I was so young and when we moved, somebody has got some questions for them that I could ask that you may be able to answer because I have no idea uh, about background. Sam Hartzell got you your first job at Fruhoff Trailer.
Right.
Talked about that. Talked about Dr. Rochelle giving you the money to buy Mom's $150
Right.
ring
Ring.
to
Yeah.
engagement. Did you get down? How did that happen? Did you get down on one knee? What'd you do? Take her on a date? Or did she expect it?
Well,
The ring
Oh,
and the, will you marry me part?
how did it happen?
Yeah,
Boy, you should have asked me that
when it
before I got
happened,
on camera.
was it a date?
Well, I think I got that ring on a Friday, and of course, I was off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday those days. So we had a good time to talk about it and go over it. And,
Kind of plan.
yeah, but I had her in the right mood anyway to do what I wanted to do.
Since she said yes, huh?
Yeah, she just broke down and said yes.
Uh, since it was $150, did Mark Tree have a jewelry store? Or did you have to travel somewhere to get that?
Well, we had a jewelry store called J.A. Price
Uh huh.
up next to the dry goods store where that I worked. It was next door to it. But by Dr. Rochelle being footing the money and probably may have had interest in the jewelry store where I bought the ring.
Yeah, I could.
He may have been.
Made a little bit out of it.
I'm sure he said, "Well, there's one right up the street right here from you.
Right.
If you want to check on it first and find what you want." Of course, I did, and was that middle diamond on there was the one that was the largest. And there was two others on each side of it
Right.
to make four little ones. But it was a nice ring. It was a nice one.
Well, since he helped you with that, who, and I'm trying to do this from memory, people, who helped you get your first car? Same man, or was that
The
Dr.
same, the
Dr.
same
Rochelle?
man, the same man. Yes,
Okay.
helped me buy the car.
And that was a Ford something?
It was a Ford, 51 Ford, is what it was. Two-door sedan. So it wasn't ready for a family right then, but it didn't take us long to get a family.
Start practicing, huh?
Yeah.
You also talked about your job at Schomburgers. Is that how you say it?
Uh,
Dry goods store?
no, my mom worked there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
She's
right.
one
I
that
wrote it down wrong.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I'm trying to go from notes. We're getting sophisticated here. I wrote something down instead of doing it from memory, which some of you are probably like, he's all over the place. Trust me, I'm that way all the time. You also talked about the man who came in, didn't speak English. He was a Mexican, and he was able, between sign language, the two of you to.
Oh yeah, we had that last session, I think, because you had me to change over from this way to that way, I think,
Right.
or whichever way it was.
Right.
But finally, I found out what he wanted, and he began to understand a little bit more. And he and two or three others would usually come back every Saturday. Would be the time that they would come back in, because they would go to work Monday and work all Monday through Friday, picking cotton, chopping cotton, or whatever they were doing,
Right.
whatever the farm boss had them to do. But they were just good people. Didn't have no trouble with none of them that I know of, as far as the law was concerned. And they seemed to be pretty honest people to me. I know I got along with them just fine. And usually they could make me understand what they wanted, and we would, laugh about it and go on
Or they
about
go
our
point at
business.
something on shelf.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let me know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Well, here's something we got on your comments, and I did run it by you. I forgot to say anything about this, and we're trying to figure out who is Robert Nichols. He left statements, and here's some of the stuff he said. He can confirm, Robert Nichols, that Billy and Uncle Frank both shot ducks on Thanksgiving. Okay. He also says, and it's almost got to be Chris, Scott, or Alan.
Well, he said Uncle Frank was his uncle.
No, he just wrote it out as Billy and Frank.
Billy and Frank.
Yeah, both shot ducks on Thanksgiving.
Huh.
But we never could figure out anybody I asked.
Well, it sounds logical because both of them are good hunters, or were,
Right.
pretty avid hunters.
Right.
And if they were planning on doing, it just may have been off the cuff or something like that. But I don't remember them.
Christmas,
And that's a long ways
Thanksgiving,
back.
whatever meal. That's a long ways.
That's a long ways back to try to remember.
One meal.
Billy went hunting a whole lot.
Yeah.
And so did Franklin. And it sounded like the two of them could have got together, I guess, and went on about the business. Right. We didn't think nothing about it.
Yeah.
Well, by that time, I was already pretty involved with your mama.
Right.
At that time, more than likely, and I had other things I had to take care of.
She filled your time.
Yeah, she filled my bill too.
She filled everything. He also said, though, he had so much fun as a kid when he came to our house, because across the street there was a really big tree house, or to him that he remembered a big tree house at the neighbors. He also said that Joey and I and him would be running around like Indians, cowboys and Indians. That's what we called it back in the day.
Yeah.
But he says that to the effect, we were having a whole lot of fun until something got broken. So this could be an obvious person, and I am going to apologize up front with my stupidity. Someone educate me in the comments. Leave any other questions about the Burtons, questions about anything, or even statements that have been made to help me out.
Need a little bit more information about Robert would really pay off if somebody knew Robert.
Well, his handle on YouTube was Robert Nichols and some numbers after that.
Yeah.
and I am still trying to figure out how to do YouTube, everyone. I barely can upload a video. And so for me to figure out who my subscribers are and to do that, I would need a little knowledge. Obviously, I don't have that knowledge. Um, we're fixing to hit a second weather event, major weather event, severe, life threatening across the whole United States.
Yeah.
Especially for Arkansas, they're saying it's going to shut the state down. We're not ready for this. We're not accustomed to it. The power grid won't take it. Uh, the ice, the snow, it's going to be dangerous. Do you remember really big snowstorms in the past, sleet storms or anything when you were younger, or uh, where y'all couldn't get around and do nothing, or even
Well,
just snow?
about 5 years after we married, we lived in West Memphis. We moved to Memphis, and we were within 2 blocks, I think, of the church whenever we moved to Memphis, and pretty close to my job. But see, Joey was just a little boy, probably 2 years old if he was that old. But there were times that he did things that was really off the cuff because he thought he lived in the country all the time, I guess. And wasn't nobody, he wasn't worried about somebody watching him or seeing him or whatever. But there was a mishap that we didn't know he was tinkling off the curb of the right in front of our house. And then our neighbor noticed him down there, and she worked for a doctor because this about the same time Carla was having to go for doctor's care because she had a split palate, and didn't nobody really know it, or your mama thought that something was wrong with her because she cried all the time and her milk came up and just couldn't keep milk down. But I wish I could remember their name, but they lived 2 doors down from us, I believe.
Is that on like
And
Chester Lane?
no,
And you're talking about in Memphis?
I was in Memphis,
Yeah,
yeah.
not West Memphis.
Rosewood
Oh, okay.
was the name of the street that we lived on. And this lady worked for a doctor and said, told your mama that she had a split palate. And then when she went back to the doctor to take Carla, she found out that that's what she really had, and the lady told her about a doctor who could take care of it, and she did, and was taken care of just because this lady happened to know that's what her problem was.
I never knew that. Never knew that.
Hmm.
Um, at all. I don't recall hearing it, but I'm at the end of the line, so there's a lot of things I probably don't have a clue about.
Well, you didn't know your mama stayed in the hospital with her back when she was a year old or a little bit less, I guess, because she just had to stay up with her because she couldn't control her because she was irritated because of that split palate, I guess. But there was things that I know whenever I was a little boy, I don't remember knowing anything about it. I just know I was told this is what happened.
Here you go. Here's do it.
Yeah.
Point your direction and do it. Um, recollection of a snow event or a weather event like this that we're fixing to happen that's going to happen. I mean, when you're talking about some bad weather, we could get stuck wherever we're at, and the probability of that is pretty likely.
Yeah.
Beginning Friday evening.
Well, the only thing is that where we moved to on Rosewood in Memphis, the church was probably a couple of blocks away or something like that. Wasn't 2 or 3 blocks at the most. But we knew it was going to snow. But it was kept predicting it was going to, and it started just flaking down a little bit at first. And we were in the church building at that time, and everybody was wanting to get out and go home and get home, and so they could really watch it. So they did let the church out, and everybody went home.
But maybe they should have.
And before dark, we had 13 inches of snow on the ground.
Would that fall in a couple of hours? Or
Well,
a day?
No, it was that morning when the church
started.
and I think they let it out early, and everybody went home because it was snowing so much. But I was just trying to say how long it was till it was 13 inches.
13 inches of snow for Arkansas is a lot of snow.
Well, actually, in Memphis, it's across the river.
Well,
the Mississippi River.
How close can we get?
Yeah. But I know our older kids, like Carrie, your sister, of course, you're the youngest.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I know there's 20 years difference in my age and her age.
Right.
Because I guess I was 20 years old whenever she was born. And you give me to guess now, I better not be guessing no more how old your kids are.
Well, Robert also mentioned again, I'm going back to Robert Nichols, something that I saw. He brought up the drowning on a drowning, and he thought someone may have caused it. But when I talked to you off camera, you can't remember that happening other than what you've said as far as the man who drowned it. You and another guy had to pull out of the lock.
Yeah, out of the lock.
And then the younger boy, maybe 10, that was with his dad, and he drowned. And those were the only two that you were able to recall.
Right.
But Robert, tell me who you are and show me what a fool I am and everybody else. Okay, everyone. I'm not sure about next week if we'll do this again due to the weather. Hopefully everyone stays safe and you're secure, and all your loved ones. Hopefully you can avoid the weather. I don't know how. I don't see how. I don't know exactly where Cindy or Cynthia, I'm not used to saying that word, lives in California, but they get wild weather all the time. I don't see how they do that. Or if you live in Utah or whatever, we got 3 foot of snow. I guess they own snow plows, unlike the city of Heber Springs where I live. Apparently we don't own a snow plow. If you would, please follow or subscribe, like, and share. Remember, it's raw, unedited footage. And if we're here next week, we'll do it again. If not, it'll be the week after. Thanks. Leave questions and comments and help me out with Robert Nichols. And if you got any other questions, it'd be beneficial. Thank you. Till next time, everybody. Goodbye.
Take care.